for those in attendance and UFC fans watching around the world, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live from the UFC Apex in Las Vegas, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 31 wins, 7 losses. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 205 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Danbury, Connecticut, by way of Sobralia, Minas Gerais, Brazil, presenting the number 3 ranked UFC light heavyweight contender in the world, Glover Teixeira! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a striker holding a professional record, 21 wins, 7 losses. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 205 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, presenting the number 1 ranked light heavyweight contender in the world, Thiago Santos!
All right, gentlemen, we've been through the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. Touch gloves. Let's do this.
Let's do this is right. Thiago Santos, a -240 betting favorite at close. Thank you, Brittany. Glover Teixeira, a live underdog according to some, comes back at +200.
Let's fight.
The tension is palpable. Here we go. This fight clock is brought to you by Toyo Tires, the official tire of the UFC. Glover Teixeira is in yellow. Thiago Santos is back and in black. Jan Blachowicz is the new light heavyweight champion, likely watching this one intently. The capoeira green rope. Thiago Santos thought about a capoeira kick early.
Coming out southpaw early too. Watch that left kick. He really likes that left kick from southpaw. Pulling him into it.
Oh! Huge limb, her right hand by Santos early.
Heavy shots. He's hurt bad.
Oh, Teixeira slips from the early Santos power.
And we've seen this so much. He gets rocked and then creates scrambles and takedowns and keeps going.
Don't hit the back of the head.
Mahete is on him. Oh, Teixeira's not having it. Straight to the double.
You're absolutely right. Teixeira at times gets clipped early on in fights, but he's so hard to get out of there.
I mean, you can watch film after film of that style of fight from Teixeira and then him choking somebody out following that kind of knockdown. So don't sleep on him yet. He's not out of this, and he's got a good position on Santos.
So a furious start for Thiago Santos. Glover Teixeira has the body locked, and now a takedown, and right in the mouth.
Oh my goodness. That is not good for Santos. That's not where he wants to be. Flat on his back, forearm on the throat, nice elbows. He needs to dig that right underhook, get his legs involved in this if he's gonna get out from underneath Teixeira, get himself to the fence. But being flat on his back here is perfect for Teixeira's style.
And styles make fights, and this stylistic clash absolutely fascinating.
It's so incredible how many times I've seen Teixeira get dropped like that and take somebody down. Like when you drop him and you try to finish him, that's when he's the most lethal. It's crazy.
Carl Robertson, Iwan Kutelaba, several other guys who are on his wins list, and a beautiful transition there as he has Santos mounted.
Watch the arm triangle. That's his favorite choke right there. When he takes the back, he goes mount, then he takes the back, or he goes arm triangle, and that's what he does so well. Good job by Santos getting the half guard.
Segura essa perna dele aí, fecha aí.
If you're Santos here, what are you trying to do to escape, or are you just trying to minimize damage?
He's doing the right stuff, but he needs to get to his hip. You see how both his shoulder blades are flat on the floor? He needs to get to his left hip, use his right butterfly to try to get Teixeira. He's got to get some space. You see how Teixeira's hips are stuck to his? He's got to get some space. Santos got to get his legs involved here. There we go. That's what he's got to do, is get those knees and create some space. But look at how Teixeira's keeping that pressure on his chin with his right shoulder, and then just ground and pounding. It's just good top black belt pressure right now by Teixeira.
Good way to put it. Less than 2 minutes to go in the round. Plenty of time for Teixeira to work his patented ground strikes.
And this was the one thing that coming back from reconstruction, it's hard to get the grappling rounds early in your rehab because you just got to get the knee stronger before they even let you start wrestling. So he probably didn't get to start wrestling until the 6-month mark, and he's only been out a year. So he might have had a few months of wrestling, but right here you're seeing this is jiu-jitsu position, and he's going to want to get to his feet to stake a claim.
Santos able to evade that offering from Teixeira, but as yet seems content to sort of strike off of his back. You haven't seen him elevate to try to get on a hip yet. And his guard is closed here.
Yeah, something that would help Santos too is putting the feet on the hips, take a left underhook, get to a right hip, use the fence to wall walk up. Right now, he's keeping the guard closed, and he's okay with just not letting Teixeira pass, get mount, take the back. He's rather just squeeze him here and take a little damage to give up the position to Teixeira.
Teixeira continues to work and apply pressure here. Santos controlling posture. Looks like he is willing to let the round expire like this.
So who do they give the round to, Anik? I mean, he rocked Glover very hard.
I'm not paid to judge tonight, my man.
That's a tough round.
Teixeira for me, though. Round 2 next. John Jones chiming in, and he is right. We have ourselves a fight. Round 2 here. Teixeira in yellow. Thiago Santos is in black. Santos going southpaw a lot here early tonight, Dom.
That's the kick he likes. He loves the teep kick and the left high kick. Oh, nice right hand by Glover. You can see the wrestling really working super well for Glover. He's got the timing for the takedown, and I think he's going to keep grappling the rest of this fight.
And he doesn't rest when he gets you down. He is in perpetual motion, and a couple of those hammer fists got right through. If you're Santos, are you closing the guard? You trying to hip escape? What are you doing?
Well, he's been doing nothing but Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to get his black belt in a gi, from what I've heard in the fighter meetings. So if that's what you're doing, that's what we're seeing. When you watched him versus Jones, he was using all his technique to get to his feet. I don't think Jones could hold him down. So you're seeing the difference in what the training methods get to be after injury. It does change your style sometimes. I mean, that's just my experience of watching, but Glover's also very, very good on top. Don't forget that. I mean, he's done this to so many people.
As good as anyone.
Yes. One of the best in the division on the top position, especially staying busy and keeping this pressure. So now Santos is on a hip, but you see how Glover sits back when he gets to his hip in order to dominate that position too. So Santos is trying to make the positions better, but Teixeira's a step ahead.
Santos did a nice job preventing the side mount there. But Teixeira can do this all day if you've seen his career. Just over 3 minutes now to go in our light heavyweight main event, and north of a round of ground control time already for the plus 200 underdog Glover Teixeira.
What I notice on the ground is, you know, some of the best jiu-jitsu practitioners in the world, the best ones, use their arms and their legs at the same time on bottom. I'm seeing Santos pretty much just use his arms. You see his feet are flat on the mat, and he's not creating space to get Teixeira off of him with his knees or his feet on the hips. It's just his upper body being used. And that's what's keeping Santos on his back. Whereas Teixeira is using his legs, his upper body, and his positioning, you see? He's got the mount position. Santos goes back to half guard. It's just control, position over submission for Teixeira.
Santos has been able to get out from underneath the mount several times, but Teixeira, everything he's throwing here is hard.
Yeah, it's just ground and pound. I mean, this is the safe bet if you're Teixeira to winning this fight. Just keep the damage, keep accumulating damage, keep Santos on his back. Then when Santos does get to his feet, he's not quite as lethal because he's a little bit wore out and softened up.
So Glover Teixeira has now landed north of 100 total strikes, and 102 of them already on the ground. Incredible output from the 41-year-old.
Yeah, and, you know, he's been on a 5-fight win streak, so you're seeing the sharpness in this matchup for Glover. He just looks a little sharper.
Teixeira was 5-0 in the UFC when he fought John Jones for the title, April of 2014. Has accrued 9 more UFC wins since that title shot, and a 5th consecutive win tonight would certainly put him in prime position.
See how the feet are flat on the floor, the hips aren't swiveling, he's not grabbing half guard. So the top half is the only part being used by Santos here. And so it's kind of easy for Glover to just stop the head in the top half. If Santos starts getting his legs involved and creating space, now he's got more limbs to deal with.
Boa, boa defesa, isso aí. Não deixa pegar o braço não. Vira o braço. Quadril.
Oh, nice elbow from Teixeira. That one appeared to get Santos' attention.
Yeah, it's just a crappy position Santos is in because he's not really winning. He's just trying to stop bad damage from taking place right now, and he's doing a good job of that. Like, he's not taking the worst of the damage, but he's also just stuck flat on his back by not taking damage. So, you know, it's the lesser of two evils here for Santos.
20 segundos, 20 segundos, 20 segundos.
Great hips by Teixeira. Look how his hips are swiveling, the way he's passing guard. He's looking to attack this key lock, and then he fakes it and steps over the top to mount again. Now he's going to look to choke. That looks sunk in, ladies and gentlemen.
Waning seconds of round 2. Can Thiago Santos survive?
That's all she wrote.
He survives.
Oh, wow. Saved by the bell.
Could very well be a 10-8 round for Glover Teixeira. Go read the scoring if you don't agree. Santos would appear to be in great shape. I hate to read too much into that, but Conan Silveira wants him keeping Teixeira off of his legs at all costs. But Glover gets right in. Oh,
finally got him.
Santos with a huge left hand!
Oh my God.
The tide has turned!
That tells you how powerful Santos is. Look at this. Jeez. Only one shot he needs.
So now it's Teixeira trying to control posture. A big moment early round 3 for Maheta Santos.
He had to stop one takedown like his coach has asked, and now he's on top, and he could win this if he stays here. It's a back and forth fight.
And Conan's a master strategist, but he said, I don't care how you do it. Stuff the takedown. Santos did, and now Glover in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, big strikes by Santos, doing the right job, controlling that half guard and just looking for the finish with elbows.
What a matchup. What a matchup. What a fight.
And they still got 2 rounds left.
Santos throwing with some serious heat here.
These two did not disappoint. Big elbows. And the way Santos throws those elbows just looks so heavy. Big ones.
Couple elbows and now some big left hands for Thiago Santos.
Powerful. And Teixeira can eat such a shot and just keep scrambling and scrambling and doing this. This is what he does right here. Got both hooks in. Back and forth, these two.
Now Santos would appear to be fatigued. And Teixeira might be under the chin here. There it is! Glover Teixeira! 5 in a row! He's the #1 contender! Boa noite.
Oh my
what a
gosh.
fight between those two Brazilians.
Этот аккаунт, ребята, за последние 2 месяца я зашел первый раз. И сейчас я вам хочу показать, что же тут изменилось. А тут реально дофига чего изменилось. Во-первых, ребята, я уже все прочекал, и мне реально нечего качать. Но сегодня я хочу поговорить не об этом. Сегодня мне очень интересно, что же у нас изменилось в 4-м сезоне боевых кораблей на маленьких аккаунтах. А здесь, ребята, вообще просто жесть. Честно говоря, я когда увидел, я просто офигел. Ребята, самое основное, что надо качать. Остается мне, ребята, качать только вот... Мне останется качать только железную шахту, я не знаю, вот эти все хранилища, вот эти хранилища у меня тоже прокачаны. И вот эти у меня хранилища тоже прокачаны. Вы посмотрите, мне реально качать нечего. Дерево хранилища у меня прокачаны. Блин, да ну нафиг, мне нечего качать. Вот, ребята, помните, я вам говорил? Не, вот в принципе, вот это вот деревохранилище я еще смогу прокачать, и от этого будет какой-то толк. Помните, ребята, я вам говорил? Если вы развиваетесь, качаете атаку, никогда не качайте оборонительные сооружения, потому что от них толку никакого. Вот именно в таком случае, когда вы уже все прокачали в атаку, вам и придется качать оборонительное сооружение и вообще все, что вам осталось. Лишь для того, чтобы намотать левел и открыть следующий уровень штаба. Окей, у меня стоят торы, давайте, наверное, быстренько, просто быстренько пойдем на кого-то нападем. Возможно, мы его сможем забрать, а может быть и нет, потому что, ребята, на моей карте уже, ребята, как бы 30-й, 31-й, но сейчас посмотрите, он уже 32-й, видите, за это время он уже прокачался довольно-таки неплохо.